originally from Chile, South America, and I came to Ghana in 1999, not really knowing what I was gonna do. But I've always been interested in food, so I got a job as a kitchen helper. And then I worked my way through several restaurants and ended up butchering as a summer job, and I completely fell in love. When I started butchering, I've only worked with whole size of beef. So the biggest problem and the biggest challenge that I found is that you gotta be able to sell everything out of it. Now we're talking about 800 pounds of meat. We make our own Montreal smoked meat. We make our own pastramis, bresaola, which is kind of like a beef prosciutto cured in red wine. So there's like really, really good, flavorful, amazing things that we do with the meat. And it's kind of like cooking. You never really stop learning. So on one of my trips to South America, I was talking to one of my cousin actually, and he said there's this steak that I really like, but I don't know where it comes from. And I ended up finding an Argentinian butcher in Chile. And I asked him about the steak. It's called vacío. So we went to the back, pulled a side of beef and showed me, this is the flank and the steak is right underneath. I was like, oh, I know exactly what he's talking about. He said, yeah, go home when you go to Canada, cook it on charcoal nice and slow, slice it against the grain. And it was the best steak I've ever had in my life. And it's kind of cool to get people to try these new steaks. And if you just sell New York strip loins, ribeyes, and sirloins, the demand for them is so high that I would be having to bring in a lot more heads of beef. So it's very important for me to educate people and get them to try something new, so that way we can be a little bit more sustainable. Someone coming in and, oh, what should I have for my barbecue? Well, try this, and this is how you cook it. It makes me really happy when people try new things, and when I tell them this is what you gotta try, and they come back telling me it's the best steak they've ever had. So now we get invited to their houses. I invite them over for barbecues to our place. There's a lot of people that don't necessarily need to buy meat on a certain day, but they just come in and have a chat with me. I think I become sort of like the way things used to be back in the day. So I'm sort of the local butcher. People come in and they're not customers anymore. Like, we're all friends in a really nice, good community. Coming from South America, some of the best memories of my life is anytime we had a barbecue, whether it was a family barbecue or was a barbecue with friends. It's more of a social event. There's meat involved, there's drink, there's people involved, which is like one of the most important things. We all prepare, the salads together. We season the meat together. We sit by the fire while sipping on wine or beer, whatever it is. And that gives you this whole opportunity to, catch up with friends and have a little chat and, flip the meat around. And it's just something that I've always missed from South America. So having a good time with friends over a few, sips of wine and really good food, it definitely makes you happy, to have a lot of my customers at these barbecues. It's a really good feeling.